All right, I want to show you also how to do very nice dramatic black and white using Photomatics and HDR technology. And I'm going to show you two examples. This is the first example in the first video. So this is the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, which I shot very recently. And I got up very early in the morning and it was raining. It just rained and there was no nice colors. I was expecting a sunrise. But I have this rule in life that if there is no nice colors, go black and white. But before we go black and white, let's see what we can do about this. Now, this is the normal exposure, this is the underexposure, and this is the overexposure. Now, the whole set is a little bit too dark. So what you can do before you go into Photoshop, if you find that your normal photo is a bit too dark, I'm just going to open up a little bit the shadows and the exposure on this one, on the middle one. And I'm going to sync that into all three. Then I'm going to go, honestly, white balance is not going to matter much, but I'm anyway going to go on daylight because it was very blue. And I'm going to take the colors out at the end anyway. But I'm putting it on daylight so that they have all three the same white balance. I'm going to go here, enable the profiles correction, remove chromatic aberration. I'm going to zoom in on the horse and I'm going to put sharpening at 100, and maybe I'm gonna do a little bit of masking, very little. I just want to take out some of the masking effect. Maybe that's a bit too much. I'm gonna go to 89, so we have a nice tag sharp photo, which is cool. I'm gonna go, and I'm actually on this one, I'm gonna press auto. I'm gonna see if it works well on all three images, and basically that's it. I'm gonna sync this with all three photos, synchronize, and I'm ready to right click, export, Photomatics Pro. And I'm not going to do the remove ghost. I'll show this later. The suffix is going to be only HDR, so it's always the default options. It was shot on a tripod, align image, everything. So I'm going to export it, and we're going to jump over into Photomatics and see which one is going to give the best result, which methods of HDR is going to get the best result. Because when you have dramatic clouds, rainy clouds, when you see contrast in the sky, you know that Photomatics is going to do an amazing job with getting all these details to bump out, and that can make amazing dramatic black and white, which I want to see. I want to show you now. So it's going to merge to HDR. So we're about there. Ta-da-da. There it is. Okay, check this out. Now remember, I'm going to give you two presets on this. The Photo Search Contrast and the Photo Search Classic. Classic is going to be the detail enhancer and contrast is going to be contrast optimizer. Now on this one, I think I'm going to go more for the contrast optimizer. Maybe I'm going to lower the strands. I want to make sure there's no halos around the buildings, which is not the case, which is cool. I think the overall photo is way too bright, so I'm going to lower the midtones. Now you see where I'm going with this. I could take out the saturation, but I'd rather do that back in Lightroom. And got a very dense photo there. Maybe just boost the white clip a little bit. Okay, nice contrast. And you see on this one, I went to tone mapping. I didn't go detail enhancer, but contrast optimizer using the preset I gave you in this course. So I'm going to save and re-import. And it's going to put it back into Lightroom. So let's jump over to Lightroom and see if it comes here. I'm going to put on pause until it's there. All right, here it is. So it's very strong. It's all blue. And I'm just going to basically take the saturation out and put everything into black and white. And it's already starting to look like a nice black and white. I want to, but let's do some more tweaking to this. One thing I think that will work great on this photo is to add some serious post-crop vignetting. So I'm going to do just that. That already looks great on black and white, making the sky very dramatic. And I think I'm going to take a little brush. I'm going to go to the exposure preset. Make sure my brush is at like +1. Flow in density around 89. That's pretty cool. And I just want to make the water reflection a little bit better here. And maybe just add a little bit of white here on the horse and on the rhino there. Okay, just make the water reflection pop a little bit. And then I'm going to click on new to make a new brush. This time I'm going to make it maybe a little less powerful, like 75, 78. I think it's good. That's just the power of the brush of foam exposure. Just want to add maybe a little bit of more details here in the sky. Oops. Something like this. And voila. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, and on this one, I think I'm going to lower the exposure to make it even more dramatic and boost the whites. So to add contrast, maybe not so low. And voila. So a very strong black and white with lots of details. And I think, you know, HDR can make you amazing black and white. And I think this one is pretty cool. I'm thinking I'm going to add even more contrast to it. Just want to go crazy on this one. I want a real dramatic, you know, colorful, I mean, you know, strong dramatic black and white. So you can see in a very few minutes, by doing HDR, we can get this amazing, you know, drama in the sky. And I think it's pretty cool. I might even add, you know, gradient here. I'm going to lower a little bit the gradient. I just want to close this photo even more. I'm going to make this so that the bottom of the photo here is a bit darker. And then I'm going to drag another one here and just make the top even darker. I think it's going to get the eyes of the viewer inside of the photo even better. And it's going to make even more of a dramatic look that I was looking for. So voila. Let me show you this full screen. Nice dramatic black and white done with HDR.